Previously on Car Trek.
We're taking a 700-mile road trip to the beach to Galveston.
I'm actually concerned whether or not you'll make it out the front door or not without a timing belt failing. It's a 2005 PT Cruiser!
In 50 shades of red. Over the last 24 hours, our challenge has been to make the trip a bit more enjoyable for each other by modifying each other's cars.
The Bugatti.
That is amazing.
I've turned this car from an SLK into an SLR.
Oh my God!
Yeah!
I have fulfilled all the dreams of every Supra and every Supra owner.
Okay, open your eyes.
Oh my, oh!
I feel like this is a Toyota. This timing belt could still last another 10, 20, 30 years.
Smoke!
I think Tyler's car is on fire.
Tyler, where's the side pipe?
It's under the car now.
I gave you an SLR and this is how you repay me.
One of your coolant hoses has just left the chat.
When you say you're fine, your car's on fire,
It's done being on fire.
you destroyed your bodywork.
I'm 14.
Oh, yes.
Bill.
You got beat by a 14-year-old girl? Your job as we travel to Galveston is to demonstrate just how much damage you can do to each other's cars with 3 ounces of any fluid you choose. After Tyler got the least beaten by a 14-year-old girl, Freddie decided that he needed to repair some of the damage his flamboyant driving may or may not have caused to Tyler's windshield. I also needed to repair the massive coolant leak on my Bugatti TT. Fortunately, the car was still drivable without any coolant in it, so we've got it off the track, ran to lunch, and while this part could have probably been repaired with some JB Weld, this tube that evacuates the coolant from the engine block was split about 2.5 inches. And there happened to be, about 20 minutes away, a parts store that has a brand new one. Exactly the part we need, so in a few short minutes, we will be back in action. It's truly amazing how simple a repair can be when someone right off camera hands you the right part, the right tool, and does a small bit of pointing.
Now, I've already spent a lot of time turning his SLK into an SLR, but you know what's better than an SLR? An SLR Sterling Moss. This whole windscreen with the pillars and everything, that's gonna leave. That's gonna go bye-bye. Actually, I got one of these. So we make 2 cuts right here, and then we kind of fold it over like a Jeep, and then that's it.
Are you out of your mind? You sound like me talking about mechanical
It's
things.
gonna be fine. He's gonna love it. Can you get me a tarp?
Where's the tarp go? Do you sit on the tarp?
Just please,
All right.
please,
Yeah.
thank you. Ah. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks. All the nice shards of glass won't make it into his retinas immediately. You're really not helping. Ed, did you have a childhood? I think if we do another relief cut over there, we should be in better shape. You just stay up there. You know, how's it feel? Like, can you
Like normal.
Good, yeah. Come on, baby. My battery died. I'm gonna need to charge it. It's gonna take some time. Why don't you make the car like prettier? I'm gonna change this battery.
I can do that.
Yeah.
As the car took its form, I knew exactly what livery the SLR deserved.
Dude, this looks awesome.
Did you get a new battery?
Yeah, I got a new battery.
Oh.
All right, so
So where are we at?
we should be good to go on this Sterling Moss. You know what we can do? We could probably try to, give it a little leverage.
All right, we're trying to fold it forward.
We're trying to fold it forward, you know?
All right.
1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, we gotta do the birthing pose.
I don't have those hips.
Yeah, all right. 1, 2, 3. That is good. There we go.
Freddie, I think we need to get out of here. I think this is a crime even in Oklahoma.
I don't think that's true, but let's just get this cleaned up and get on the road. I know that your favorite day out of any day is new car day, and today I'm so excited because I turned your SLK into the greatest Mercedes ever made. Uncover. The SLR McLaren 722 Sterling Moss Tribute. Here it is.
Glorious. Freddie, doing things this well is how you wind up with your face on money.
This is building it better to a degree I have never experienced.
You cut my windshield off.
Yeah, but. So right now, this is lightened and you have full visibility, 360 degrees panoramic views. And also you have a little windshield right here just so your face doesn't get hit by rocks. And also you can see behind you.
But we were a little bit worried about you, so I got you some goggles.
Yes.
Supplies were limited.
So you took my perfectly functional Mercedes
Yes.
with a cracked windshield,
Yeah.
cut it off,
Fixed it.
Yeah, fixed it.
and you made it into the greatest car of all time.
That's right. That's right. I
The
knew you would
300
get it.
SLR.
I knew
The
you.
record-setting race car that is literally priceless, worth over $100 million, and I have it right here.
So these cars, like the Ferrari SP1 and SP2 and McLaren Elva, they're $1 million.
I know, this is amazing.
I 1,000x'd your investment.
And the 722.
Yeah, Ed
It
did
is-
that. Ed did that.
It is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my. I love it.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Well, I'm glad you like it because we have a lot of miles to cover. So you're gonna need those goggles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Test
Keep your mouth
fitting.
closed. You're gonna need to do that.
let's hit it. I
Excellent.
can't really breathe.
Ah.
This is amazing.
With the Bugatti T holding temperature and Tyler on cloud 9, progress was finally possible.
So Ed and Freddie just recreated the greatest car in the world, in my opinion, the 300 SLR Sterling Moss. Mercedes was racing in the 1950s and set the record for the 1955 Mille Miglia, 1,000-mile race across Italy with Sterling Moss at the wheel in a car just like this. It's in the Mercedes Museum. I've seen it. It's incredible. Its cousin sold for over $100 million. It's absolutely incredible. The most expensive car to ever sell. And now I have it here for my road trip. It's just amazing. So those race cars eventually birthed the 300 SL. That's hopping in the United States, wanted a road-going version of them to compete with a Porsche Speedster. And that's my dream car, the 300 SL Gullwing or Roadster. But now my dream car's here for nothing.
Seeing Tyler in that Sterling Moss makes me very, very happy. Not too long ago, he and I got to go down to Florida and drive the modern SLR Sterling Moss as well as a 300 SLR on track thanks to Mercedes Classic Center. And it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. I mean, those cars are so significant, but they're also so good. And to be a car from the 1950s and still be a car that you can take to Cars and Coffee if you really wanted to was super duper cool.
Guys, I can't believe what you've done. Oh my God.
Look at that thing.
So I know I like my car, but I think your car is the greatest car trek car we've ever had.
It looks so good.
Tyler does look fabulous right now.
I'm gonna switch to sunglasses here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's much better.
Welcome to Texas, boys.
You know, they say everything's bigger in Texas, and I brought the wing for it. Where's the kiosk where they hand you a gun? Tyler, how's your windshield working?
It's not. I think I've eaten a few pieces of glass, but I don't care. Freddie, my back feels like I kicked the roof off of a Mercedes last night.
Yeah, it's weird. I had a weird dream that we created the best Mercedes ever made.
Yeah, I think the next stop for this is the Classic Center in Germany. We can just swap it out with the Stirling Moss car and nobody will be able to tell the difference. Road trips are only awesome in the bookends of the automobile. I would love to be doing this drive in my real Bugatti, and I love doing it in this piece of junk car that you can not care about. That's one of the greatest things about some of these cars, is the chance to just drive and not worry about a scratch or a dent or anything going wrong, just having the time of your life. But if this were just a normal car that just goes places like a Toyota Camry or an electric car or something like that, it wouldn't feel anything like this cool.
Our little engines that could kept on. They were eating up the Texan miles, and it almost felt like the beach was in sight. Almost.
Guys, I have to admit, my clutch is not good. Any sort of throttle input, and this is just kind of revving all over the place, and that timing belt isn't getting any younger.
Freddie, I think your wing's also degrading at about the same rate as my eardrums. Unfortunately, the fatal flaw of this SLR is the straight pipe, which is very faithful to the real one, but that doesn't work with this engine.
Ed, thanks for getting our nice new accessories. I really like my hat.
It suits you. Yeah, and I'm a redneck naturally, so a scarf to protect my neck even more is wonderful. I have got a great idea for my 3 ounces of devastation challenge.
That's really funny because I have a great idea for my 3 ounces of devastation challenge.
Am I the only one that feels terrible to do it to any of these amazing cars?
Yes.
Well, this assault to my senses with the exhaust and the wind is still better than being assaulted by a TSA officer because I brought too much toothpaste, that's for sure.
You would still do this versus just wait in an airport.
What is your threshold for a road trip? So like if anything is closer than about 8 or 10 hours, like 100% I'm gonna road trip and not fly. I know Freddie likes getting groped, so he prefers it.
Fun fact, every time I go through security, I'm always randomly selected.
I have no idea why.
They must have read a few things on Reddit.
I've got this seat as gangster lean as I possibly can to get under the windshield that y'all made for me. I still love this car, but man, is it tough.
Tyler, when we get to Galveston, you're gonna look like a dog that was left in the desert for 30 days.
Somehow Stirling Moss did it in Italy. I don't know how. The amount of endurance is just unbelievable, that man. He made an early mistake too and damaged the front end, sort of like what I did on the track, except he hit a hay bale.
What's crazy is that this part of Texas, we've been driving for hours and it looks exactly the same.
And none of us are driving a PT Cruiser.
The day is young and your car is very German.
And that's the thing about Top Gear is they get those backup cars and then they never use them. And Autotemp has decided to copy them. Why? We're fine. No issues whatsoever.
My car's Japanese, so it can do this all day, every day for the next 25 years.
My coolant temperature is perfect, no problems whatsoever, except for my terrible, terrible grind in the third gear. You know, usually when I fly, it's somebody else that smells absolutely disgusting and making me want to vomit, but right now, it is myself.
Yeah, but think about how svelte you're gonna look after you lost all that weight, sweating it out.
Now, Tyler, we did not remove your top. You can do that later.
I think that would make it a Mercedes McLaren SLR 65 4MATIC bi-turbo compressor SLR Stirling Moss 722 Superleggera GT Type R.
Rolls off the tongue. Guys, I think we're about 200 miles left to get to Galveston.
I feel like we've been driving for 40 hours.
But even though my car's straight pipe, I am saving so much of the environment versus one seat on a plane, for sure.
Freddie, I would have guessed that the wing would fall off in 5 miles. I cannot believe it's made it 500.
Well, that is your own craftsmanship, so be surprised with yourself.
Freddie, seriously, we are 15 miles an hour under the speed limit. Can we go any faster?
All right, you guys want faster? I'll show you faster. Oh. Okay.
There we go. Go, go, go.
I got nothing. I got nothing, guys.
What do you mean?
This car just died. Car dead, car dead, car dead, car dead.
All right, pull in here.
Stop. I think my timing belt just snapped.
Oh.
Come on. That's hot.
So that makes the valves go.
Oh!
Yeah, so timing belt has left the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
That's as broken as your promises to finish a project, Freddie.
Oof, that's too soon.
What? Why would you say that?
It's been 3 years.
I built you a hypercar.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Okay,
but
yeah,
this was
accurate.
a totally preventable problem.
Yeah, because you were supposed to repair my car and you didn't.
You would not have wanted me to try that.
You did a good job. You did a good job on everything
with this,
else.
I know. Craftsmanship.
That is, 1990 date code. That's
Okay.
pretty impressive.
All right. Well, I mean, we're in the middle of Texas, which is, I believe, their civilization somewhere. They probably have a timing belt for a Toyota Supra.
No, Auto Tempest gave us a solution. They scoured Auto Tempest and found the perfect car, apparently, to get us to the beach. And there it is. Just pretend it's a Charger.
I'm gonna walk.
No, we'll get
I'm
this
gonna walk.
loaded up. We'll
I
load
feel
this
like
one up.
you're gonna
and
love
you got,
it.
I feel like I should walk.
We'll throw that on the trailer.
the lap of luxury right there.
That is a walk of shame, right there.
Chrysler's finest.
It smells like disappointment in here.
It looks like it too. The Supra was loaded onto the trailer so it could finish its journey to Galveston. Freddie was neither grateful for nor happy with its substitute.
Come on! Come on!
Hey, Freddie, how's the PT running? Are you feeling a little salty? Oh, little Tavares is tired. Gotta get here. So for my TSA challenge, I'm using the most dangerous element on Earth right here. $500 billion in damage thanks to the 2024 hurricane season. It's salt water. Here we go. So, where is the most damaging place to put this? I think in the oil. Yeah, the engine oil. Drink. Yeah. Just for a little extra spice, do the Salt Bay. There we go. Freddie, is there seriously nothing wrong with your PT Cruiser? It's not misfiring, making any weird noises, sputtering, nothing?
Actually, now that you mention it, when I started, I had a check engine light, but now it kind of went away. Like, this car it revs clean, all the temperatures and pressures are good. I think it might actually be okay. Honestly, I am usually a guy that says respect all builds. Not with this car. Everything in this car is made to the lowest standard. Everything is super, super cheap. There's a bunch of blank switches, which is should have worked harder switches. The engine doesn't make any power, like at all. I am foot flat to the floor and I can barely do highway speeds. The AC does work and the windows do roll up, which means that I don't have to endure the annoying drone from your car, Tyler, but I miss my Toyota Supra so much. It had so much potential and it had so much style, and this is the exact opposite of that.
Well, when those came out in the mid-90s, everybody wanted one. Everybody thought they were cool. They were selling for $5,000 or $10,000 over MSRP, which was a cheap car at the time, so that was an insane amount of money. Obviously, a big fall from grace, similar to, well, I guess the Cybertruck's the modern day example.
Yeah, this is a good example of the 90s and early 2000s Cybertruck, because it looks just like a dumpster.
Freddie, I can't tell what you did to my car. Everything seems to be 100% normal.
I got some paint stripper, and since we're only using 3 ounces, I wanted to make sure I'm only using 3 ounces. This is a 3-ounce can, and we're gonna try to make this as, looks not great, okay. And, all right, 3-ish ounces, so I poke my finger in here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this a tribute to my friend Ed Bullion, because Ed is a guy that loves really fast cars, and he loves shooting for the stars in every project he does. So I'm gonna make a rocket, and the rocket has to be pretty long, you know, because it has to make it to different planets and different galaxies, and I'm sure he can surely negotiate with all of them. Elon would be very, very proud. And on the top, that's where Ed's gonna sit. And then we just put that, and it's like a little bit of a dome right here. That looks really good. Now we're gonna let that sit, we're gonna let that simmer for a minute, because you're gonna be able to see that underneath the paint. But I think on the side of the car, we should talk about his storytelling ability. Now Ed is the owner of VINwiki, and he tells a lot of car stories on his channel, and Ed loves to talk about himself. And he has a lot of stories to tell. So I'm gonna make sure that everyone around him knows to ask about his favorite subject, himself. So this is gonna be amazing. I'm actually surprised that we don't do a complete livery like this. I think that gets the point across quite well. He's gonna like this. The changes that I made were quite subtle, Ed, so you're gonna need an eagle eye to figure that out.
Since you've got a 300 SLR race car, you know, it makes me think about racing seats that are usually Alcantara or some fabric that really holds you in place.
I see where this is going.
Now, fortunately, the red paint that Tyler also put on the interior of my car has now dried, so I am done ruining clothes. But I didn't bring that many on this trip, and I know he didn't either. So to repay that favor, I have got the perfect idea for our TSA sabotaging challenge. I have got some super glue. And in fact, it's only half an ounce, so I got 2 and I'll still be well under the threshold. So safe to fly, but not safe to drive. It's really coming out. This might take some skin with it.
I gotta say, there's some weird stuff going on. I am hot and sticky, and yeah, I feel gross. I feel gross.
Tyler, I think that's because you're growing up. Soon you're gonna start getting hair in funny places and start liking girls.
Well, driving cross country in a Sterling Moss SLR would have been a wet dream of mine, but this is real, guys.
A little stuck? I feel like I'm one of those 600-pound people that's been in one place for too long, like they become fused with their furniture.
Yes.
And I've like melted into it. What have
You
you
might
done?
need these.
What have you done?
I ruined one of your outfits, the way that you ruined one of mine.
Did you fuse me to my car?
I did, yes. You'll need to cut yourself out of those clothes.
No, surely not. Surely not.
It's a good thing you shaved your nipples.
God. All right. At least I can do it Hulkamania style. Listen, brother. Yeah. Okay, now pants. I'm halfway out. I'm really gonna have to cut my pants off.
With some careful cutting and some wardrobe sacrifice, Tyler was able to extricate himself from the SLK, and many of the internet's questions were answered that day.
Freddie, if you were going to try to modify a PT Cruiser to make it actually cool, what would you do?
So I would do a few things. Number one, I would start with the GT, the PT Cruiser GT, which is the turbo. They had a turbo engine that was a detuned version of the SRT4. Then I would do a manual transmission and maybe like a wide body. And then after I do all that, I would put it in a car crusher because no one wants to do anything with a PT Cruiser. I'm sorry, that's just true.
I feel like when you have a really cheap but fun car, the way we've done this, it can turn a road trip into something really, really special and memorable. Now, a PT Cruiser does not accomplish that task.
So some people might be wondering why this car is so bad. And the reason why is it doesn't handle well, it doesn't perform well, everything inside is cheap. The reliability is okay, but it just looks like the worst, like, you will never take my virginity car ever made. And honestly, I mean, it's just kind of hateful in here. I know it's cheap, I get it. I know it's cheap transportation. It probably is very practical, but there's a billion other practical options. You can get a Toyota Camry and have all of your dignity. You don't have to be driving this.
Well, those PTs used to be about half the price of a Camry when new, and it's kind of sad to think about the auto industry today because there's no more Mercedes SLK, there's no more Audi TT, and the closest thing to a PT Cruiser is an Italian rebadged Alfa Romeo that costs like $40,000. But I guess they still make the Supra.
That's where you're wrong, buddy. They just stopped making the Supra like 2 weeks ago.
There is no better way to experience America than driving a cheap car across it. If you're watching this from Europe and you're thinking about what to do when you come to America, it is buy a terrible car and drive a very long way. You see the transformation of the landscape, you see different kinds of people who do different things every day, and it is just always worth it. I've driven across the country at least, I don't know, 24 times, and every time there is some new memory, some different idea that you take away that just changes the way that you look at the world and the people around you. I want to do the same thing across Europe and Australia and everywhere else, but driving every which way around America, there's no better way to do it than on a road trip in a car that makes it a totally different adventure.
Our destination was getting closer and it was time for a dinner stop. Freddie went in to grab some food, so Tyler and I felt like there was some hope to redeem Auto Tempest's generous gift.
This thing is a tank.
I mean, not really.
It's insane. I have put salt water in every single orifice that this thing could take salt water. The engine, the fuel tank, the coolant, power steering, not the brakes because I don't want to kill Freddie, but it is still going.
But that's just 3 ounces. I mean, it's not going to make
No. More like a gallon.
Oh, you just kept going?
I kept going.
Oh, okay.
And it keeps going.
Well, Freddie went next door to grab us dinner. We have some time. Should we continue breaking it?
I was thinking about that too, because he did such an amazing job on my SLR.
Yes.
I feel like I need to return the favor because I'm picturing beach buggy here. You know, like a mini milk, a dune buggy, cut up, Fantasy Island, the plane buster plane, you know, that kind of look with the PT Cruiser.
I'm game to try.
Okay. I think the cutting tools are right over here.
Tyler had been itching to break out the power tools this trip, so even though the PT Cruiser had somehow survived its seasoning, the body didn't stand a chance.
We have outdone ourselves, Tyler.
Yeah, just a few little finishing touches and Freddie's gonna love it.
All right, Tyler, bring him in.
Yeah, it's my turn, Freddie.
Okay.
I'm so excited for you to see this.
All right.
All right, ready?
All right.
Set.
1, 2, 3.
Ta-da!
For the beach.
Yeah, you
We're
got
going to the beach. What'd
a
you guys
VW
do?
thing?
Oh,
Mini Milk?
Fiat Jolly?
Yeah.
It's a Chrysler.
dude. So I can't drive this.
Absolutely.
Like, I really can't drive this. Like, where's the whatever structural rigidity there was, there isn't anymore.
You cut the windshield off fine.
But it's
fine.
a convertible.
Look
It's
how
meant
strong
for
it
that.
is.
It still has the floor.
I can see it flexing.
It's a unibody floor. They made convertible versions. It's fine.
But it's not a convertible version. I mean, like, okay.
You're
Granted,
right. It's not convertible.
granted, it is cool. It is cool.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you did make a PT Cruiser cooler. However, this where's the seat belts?
I tied a knot in the seat belt. It's a lap belt now. So just go across your lap. You know, it's like an old car.
We got to go to the beach. It's just 100 miles to Galveston.
Yeah, it's just
All right.
100 miles to Galveston.
Okay, I know that this is a gift, and I don't want to be ungrateful, but there is no way in hell I'm driving this car.
Freddie, my paint.
Oh, did you just notice that now?
You used 3 ounces of paint thinner on my car?
Actually, a lot less than 3 ounces. You'd be surprised what a little paint thinner can do to convey a really powerful message.
Freddie, it's a children's show.
Says the man who wanted to get me naked.
Yeah, it's just a little red rocket.
Freddie, I'm a big fan of a double entendre, but this is a little on the nose.
Well, you do like to talk about yourself a lot, so I'm just giving the people what they want.
Everybody's got to go pro at something.
I am a little frustrated, Freddie, because I spent several minutes on that paint job.
How's your moke?
So my PT Cruiser beach buggy is actually a lot more exciting than it used to be. I have full 360-degree visibility. The safety is a little bit compromised.
It looks like you're having a great time.
I even made you a Texas Car Trek license plate. I see palm trees. We're getting close to the beach.
This isn't exactly what I thought when you said go to the beach. It's really cold, windy, it's cloudy, and honestly, I can't believe that anybody actually lives here. Welcome to the Detroit of beach cities, ladies and gentlemen.
You only have 100 miles in a cute little PT Cruiser with a windshield and a muffler.
Yes, but at the base of your car is a Mercedes made by Germany. At the base of my car is a PT Cruiser that no one likes.
I think Mercedes owned Chrysler at the time that PT Cruiser was made.
What part of this car is Mercedes, Tyler?
A certain je ne sais quoi.
It really is amazing how far a sight unseen purchased $1,500 car can go these days.
So I would agree with you, but this car is not it for me. I miss my Supra. I really, really, really miss my Supra. And as crappy as it was, I think that it could easily have done the entire trip if it wasn't for that 35-year-old timing belt. So the pink beach towels are just going all over the place. I can't see anything. You didn't secure anything back here.
They're called seat covers, Freddie.
The good thing is if I get in a car accident, I'll be thrown clear.
You know, when you drive across America from east to west or west to east, you see this massive change in terrain. But from Kansas to coastal Texas appears to be totally flat. Only the bushes and trees change.
You know, it's funny, I would have thought that with all this weight reduction, the car would have been faster. It's not.
I bet we took 200 pounds off of it, Freddie.
Do you have anything nice to say about it, Freddie?
It is more interesting than it used to be.
Freddie, I think we have turned that into the coolest PT Cruiser that still exists.
That's like having the best of the sexually transmitted diseases.
Freddie, how much water do you think a PT Cruiser can take in the engine before it locks up?
I mean, water's not really supposed to go in the engine, but I have no idea. Maybe a couple ounces or something?
Turns out it's about a quart.
You put a quart of water in my engine?
Yep. Well, yeah, it was a gallon total. Another quart probably went into the tank. Some more in your coolant. It's salt water, by the way. And power steering.
It actually runs pretty good now, thank you.
Turns out it's just what it needed. Welcome to the closest beach to Kansas.
Wow.
I heard this is the brownest beach in America.
It's beautiful.
Credit where credit is due. You did tape off all the sharp bits and you did paint match the tape, so thank you very much.
Attention to detail. You know, hoopty shopping is not really my thing, and I know that Tyler wakes up early every morning to comb Auto Tempest and buy all the terrible cars so none of us have to, but this has been a blast.
Yeah, you know, I do agree with you. I think the Supra, even though it died, I thoroughly enjoy it. You don't need to have a lot of money in a car to have a really good adventure. And even this PT Cruiser, it's exciting. There's a lot going on. It's a good day. I'm with friends, and hopefully we don't get arrested, and hopefully I don't get in a car crash. So, you know, could be worse.
Yeah, and if I were in my real SLR, I'd be worried about it all the time. Where I park it, where I'm going, what's in the road. So this is truly a stress-free trip. It's amazing.
Now, even though we just went 700 miles, I feel totally beaten and destroyed. What do you think is the conversion from like hoopty miles to new car under warranty miles?
I think every mile you can make in a hoopty is 100% worth it because it's a car you can do anything with and you don't care about. So for me, it's about miles per gallon. And I'm getting some in this car. I think I would get more with a Supra.
Well, I'm not sure if my neck and my ears are ever going to be the same, but I don't care. Yeah, it's definitely at least dog years, 7 miles to 1.
It's like one trip on the Nürburgring equals 1,000 miles on a regular car.
They always say track miles are like 10 regular road car miles, so I would assume it's something like that. This feels like about a 7,000 mile trip.
I really want my Supra back. I think I can fix it.
We found the perfect Galveston lodging complete with dirty sheets and bed bugs and decided to bed down for the evening and hit the beach the next morning. Freddie, though, felt like a late night Hail Mary rescue attempt was in order.
Oh, you pushed it off the trailer, huh?
It's back.
Ed, your hotel recommendations are awful. But yes, I got this thing off the trailer and I was inspired by the PT Cruiser because I realized that I never, ever want to drive something like that again. I need something with doors and seats and seatbelts. So I was a busy boy last night and, excuse me, and, all right, make daddy proud. Ah!
Whoa! You replaced the engine?
I did not replace the engine. I replaced the timing belt, and
it's just as knocky as it was.
That's right.
Yeah, but it runs. Okay, it runs, and now I never have to go into that PT Cruiser ever again.
I don't know, man. Hold on, I'm beeping. A text from Auto Tempest.
Oh.
It says, welcome to Galveston.
Uh-huh.
The best thing about this place is that you can drive your cars on the beach.
That's the best thing?
Like a Daytona beach race.
Sounds awesome, yeah.
Okay.
So head over to the entrance, and your next task will be to find an up-and-coming content creator to give your cars away to so their stories can continue.
No.
I just spent the entire night like rebuilding this thing so it runs. I like this car.
Well, so will the next owner.
No. No. No! No!
Dude, well,
I know you don't like your car because you have a real Bugatti, but I actually like this thing.
I do have a spare. It's time to
It's
go.
like a museum piece.
This is a priceless
Let's send them off right in the beach.
$100 million Sterling Moss SLR. It's mine. No.
Turbo! Oh yeah, now that is what I'm talking about. I miss this thing so much.
There it is, the ocean. We did it, boys.
That's really brown.
The fake Bugatti has made it to the beach.
Tyler, shouldn't the water be blue?
I don't care. It's the ocean. It's a beach. I love it.
And since it's Galveston, I'm not even sure that Mercedes is the strangest thing people will see today.
I can see an oil rig all the way offshore. This is a little industrial, isn't it? You guys see that the women folk are checking out my orange Supra?
It's that big wang.
Size does matter.
Normally a beach vacation is not my brand of fun, but I have to say, this beach trip is exactly what the doctor ordered. I'm sorry it's taken us so long to get back here and do another one of these, but as soon as we got the Tylers and revealed the cars to each other and set out on this journey, I knew this was gonna be a wonderful week. And it has been long, it has been difficult, it has been challenging, things have broken, but we made it. The fake Bugatti is on the beach in Texas. 700 or 800 miles we've gone, and it, despite, blowing all of its coolant out and having a few things go wrong, honestly is doing great. And since we're in Galveston, I've got a great idea of who to give it to.
All right, more than 700 miles that I've done in this car. Well, this and a very terrible, terrible PT Cruiser. And to be honest, it's a nice day. We're at the beach and the car is behaving totally fine. Yeah, I did have to change the fuel pump. I did have to change the timing belt after the engine basically exploded. Yes, it has rod knock and the clutch is failing and every single bushing needs to be replaced, but it looks really cool. Everybody here is looking at my car. This brings a smile to everybody's face, and it brings a smile to mine because every time I put this car into gear, it feels good. It feels right, and I don't think I can do any better for the price I paid for this. Now, I did pay more than these guys did, but I feel like I got more of a car, more of an experience. Now, I know the other guys are having fun, but honestly, for me, this car is the perfect choice. It couldn't get any better.
Yeah, this was pretty miserable. The noise of the exhaust, the wind. I am beat up, most certainly, but I made it. And I made it on my own. With an airline, you never know if you're gonna make it to your destination. It is so frustrating. What BS reason you're not gonna make it? Whether it's a flight attendant who's 1 minute over time or some technical issue that doesn't matter or does just for safety's abundance. I suppose in a hoopty like this, there's a chance I wouldn't have made it, but at least it's a reason that I can understand. You have a little bit more control over that, I suppose. The nice thing about these old cars is there's still parts everywhere. Ed got a little coolant elbow thingy. Freddie got a timing belt and a fuel pump. And I got this transmission thing overnighted, so it was easy to get things back on the road. I absolutely love this car. Oh, man. What an adventure.
Well, boys, we made it.
Yep.
11 car treks.
And this one is my favorite. What? By far.
Really?
I got to be Wish.com Sterling Moss. Did my own almost 1,000 miles.
That you did. And this beach isn't bad.
Yeah, I wish the water was more blue, but it's okay.
It is okay, but we have to give them away, and I have a really good idea. But Tyler, who are you gonna give this thing to?
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
It's the challenge. Auto Tempest said it must be.
You have to.
This is a work of art.
Okay, all right. So Auto Tempest said we have to do this. So you're saying that somebody's gonna have to wrestle your keys away from you.
Pretty much.
Okay.
They'll have to come here and take it from me right here.
I'm here for those keys, Tyler.
Captain Crankshaft in the building.
Hello, hello. You know, I've always dreamed of owning an SLR. It's not exactly how I imagined it.
It's better.
It's better. You know what, you're
It's
right.
better
This
in a
one
lot
is
of ways, guys. This is priceless to me. Please.
We'll take care of it.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
made it the
from
honors.
one wonderful vehicle to the other.
It has a full bumper-to-bumper warranty.
Oh, wow.
Visibility is
bumper to which
great.
It doesn't matter.
bump
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yikes. Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Bye. Okay.
And there she goes. It's in good hands. They're going to love it.
Yeah.
The story will live on.
Yeah, of course.
Now, Freddie, who's going to be the new Supra owner?
So I have looked far and wide, and I actually found the perfect YouTuber right here in Galveston. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber, has about 400,000 subscribers, and he actually does a lot of car content, does like different builds and stuff like that, and he's called Tuvarish.
You are giving it to yourself.
No, it's Tuvarish is a different, so Tuvarish is the main channel, Tuvarish is the second
I
channel.
could have done the same thing, given it to April's garage, and then it'd still be in my garage.
Right, okay, so it's my fault that you didn't think of that first?
That is wildly outside
It's
the
a
scope.
different channel, it's a
For
different
like paying
persona.
$5,500 for a car.
However, I have got the perfect option. In 2009, right here in Galveston, Texas, international news was made when another Bugatti, not this one, went into the Galveston Bay.
It was a huge viral video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most viewed videos on the internet, I would argue.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And so that car, I tried to buy it, you tried to buy it, Houston Crosta just finished fixing it. It was driven by a guy named Andy House, and he lives right up the street. They're talking about making a movie about his life. He's making more content himself. I think this would be the perfect redemption arc for him back in another Bugatti.
How long ago did he go away for the insurance fraud?
It was just a little bit. It was but that's all sorted out. It's all clear. And now he is here. I told him to come on down. Mr. House.
What's going on, guys?
Wonderful. Great to see you again.
Great to see you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Come on out. Well, this is now your new Bugatti. I know you don't have the other one. It's very dry, ready to go. And honestly, just try to keep the shiny side up and keep it dry.
Gotcha.
You're probably banned from owning Bugattis, right?
I think I'm banned from this beach, honestly.
From the beach, it shall return to the Galveston community. I think you'll enjoy it just as much as I have.
I'm ready to check it out.
Well, the keys are in it. Hop in. Make sure the seat's comfortable.
You sure about this, Ed?
It's more of a quarter bay run, I'll be honest. You know,
I'll be careful with it.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Keep it dry. Have a blast, sir.
Okay.
Bye-bye Bugatti TT.
Okay.
Hell. Those Pelicans come out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, they're big and it's weird. Never seen one like that. Okay, so another car trek down, and that means that I have to give this car to the YouTuber Tuvarish.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Wow.
Come on, you gotta get some.
We'll see you for the next one.
Okay, there we go.
We're in this, huh?
Oh, I guess that's the only option.
Where's he going?
We've always lived our lives one bad car decision at a time, and that is why we are brothers.
That's a Supra.
Oh, it doesn't sound quite right.
Listen, man, all right?
We're taking a 700-mile road trip to the beach to Galveston.
What's wrong?
Car doesn't start. Oh! Whoa! Everyone calm down.
And of course, it's never really goodbye because we'll always be a broken car family. The most important things in life aren't the cars we shouldn't have bought or the breakdowns we overcome in them. It's the friends and the people that we enjoy the journey with.
There is no better way to experience America than driving a cheap car across it.
The Hoopties will always be there, and you'll always be my brothers.
And his face is going all CGI.
Oh man, it is too varish. Salud, Hoopty Familia.
A big thanks to Auto Tempest for bringing back Car Trek with us. They are the best place to shop for a used car because they combine all the major listing sites into one search.
Exactly. They have all the search tools to find all the granularity you'd ever like in the deep, dark corners of the internet to find exactly the car that you're looking for. They're adding new historical price tools to figure out where the values of these cars are going, and their app was just updated. So be sure to support them. That's the best way to let us keep doing this stuff.
That's right, the link is in the description below. Auto Tempest, all the cars, one search.
And we'd also like to thank the Ticket Clinic for supporting Car Trek over the years. If you get a ticket, no matter where it happens, it's more important than ever to fight every one. And the best way to do that is with a local attorney. The Ticket Clinic has brick and mortar offices in California, Florida, Georgia, but they also have a nationwide network of attorneys that can help you fight a ticket wherever you get it. They'll help you avoid points on your license, risks of suspension, possible jail time, increased insurance premiums, everything that you don't want to have when you get a ticket, even if it happens on the beach.
And all you have to do is take a picture of your ticket and text it to 305-305. It's just that easy.
Yes. All of that is in the link in the description below. Go check it out right now.
And thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Thank y'all for watching. Have a good night.